Good afternoon. Good afternoon, everybody. Keith Andrews coming to you from Birmingham, Alabama. It is March 20th, 2025. I almost said 19 something. You know that? That's just crazy. Listen, okay, what's special about today, today's date, or in history? Anybody? Well, what's special about today?
62 years ago, I was born.
Oh my
Happy
gosh. You're
birthday.
saying it's your birthday, baby.
Don't you remember Marcia and I have the same birthday?
I know. So I guess it's her birthday today, too.
She's still 21. I don't know how she does it.
Well,
Happy birthday, Rich.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Happy birthday.
happy birthday, Rich.
The sad thing is, I am actually, as of this morning, eligible for Social Security. That kind of depresses me.
It's okay. Don't take it yet. Just hang loose.
I will. Don't
At
worry.
the very end, so you get multiple. What else is special today? What happened today? Even though we're all enjoying cold weather,
Free ice cream at Dairy Queen and Rita's.
it's spring. Today is spring.
Actually, that's true.
All right, listen.
Officially.
We've got some new faces here that we haven't seen, and I'm going to give them a couple moments to tell us who they are. Where are they? Why in the world are you at EXP Commercial? That sounds good. Louis, go for it.
All right then. So good afternoon. I'm Luis Chaveri. I am originally from Costa Rica, actually, but been living here in Sweet Home, Alabama for my last 20 years. I just started with the EXP Commercial just this week. In my experience with the real estate, I have 2 years actually with Keller Williams, and because a couple of friends of mine, they not convinced me, but they actually promoted EXP, and that's what I moved to these new brokers. And I'll be working with Keith to see what can I get out of him and be as successful as he is.
So, Paul, we said history again. Rich, we said history. I think we're the first mentee mentor program of the new program.
Oh yeah,
I think we're the first ones, because the form they sent us on Monday had all the new details on it for the new mentoring program. So we're first again, baby. All right.
I don't think so. I think me and Kim might be in front of you, Keith. You may not be able to claim
Did you sign
that.
a form that
When did you
says what
sign it?
When did you sign the form? Does it have all the details of the new program?
Yeah.
When?
We did the forms last week.
And it has it all on there, all the new stuff last week?
It does.
Okay, Eric's number one, baby.
All right then.
Oh, no, I'm not saying I may be number one, but I don't know about in this situation.
Hey, listen, we got more people here. Karina.
We'll have a little competition between us.
Stop, Eric. Okay, Karina. Who are you?
Good afternoon. My name is Karina Linde. I'm originally from the beautiful country of Estonia. I've been living in the States for 20 years. I'm in the Philly area, PA. Started off residential, and as of today, transferred my license over to commercial. So got to be here.
Wow.
So, Karina, you already know who Blair and Barbara is, right?
I do now.
Okay. Blair is there, Philly, and Barbara's south of you. Southwest of you. Matthew.
Nice to
Testing. Can you hear me?
No.
I tested the mic out yesterday to make sure. I'm Matthew Mendenhall. I am from Riverside, California, born and raised in San Diego. Love it. Love the weather there. I'm an Air Force reservist, and done extensive work with the Space Force as well. And I came into commercial real estate on January of this year. And before that, I've had some years of engineering, and before that, some years of sales. So I'd like to marry all that up, and hopefully this would take me to my dreams.
All right. Thanks, Matthew. Tim Pugh, nobody knows who you are anymore. Where you been? Who are you?
I've been busy. Yeah, my name's Tim Pugh. I've been with EXP Commercial, gosh, about 3 years now, I think. Got acquainted with Keith a number of years ago too. Have been to a number of the IRLs, which are fantastic, and Keith's group and all that stuff. And just because of just my various, and by the way, Keith, I sent you an email, what Dean and I got going. I think you'll be impressed. So check your email. And just a quick and dirty. So I guess you'd say if I had an expertise or a space, it would be in gas stations, truck stops, and convenience stores. So that's a big part of what I do. I dabble in hotels and things of that, some of the other ones, but mainly try to stay in my lane that way. And yeah, it's been a long time, and I apologize, Keith, for not connecting with some of these groups. They've always been very, very valuable, and I've met, gosh, so many guys that's through the IRLs and what you put
Yeah.
together. So you're
Yeah,
amazing.
they're really great. Yeah.
Good to be
Thanks,
here.
Tim.
Thank
All
you.
right. Blair just put in chat there, and I'll put it on recording. Karina is part of Blair's team. So I guess you're mentoring her as well, right, Blair? All right, good. All right. Josie Lynn. When's the last time we've all seen Josie Lynn?
Hello, how are you?
Oh, hang on, Josie. What were you gonna say, Blair?
Just to back up, thank you for introducing Karina.
Okay,
Did
you're
you know?
welcome, sir. Okay, Josie, go for it.
Hello, everyone. Very rare to come up with the Zoom meeting. Anyway, I have multiple projects in Houston, and
Amen.
my focus is on retail. And I am also managing the project in KDA Shanghai. And also we are having a new project coming up, and I'm looking for help, and Keith is going to help me out, right?
Yes,
So
ma'am. Trying to help
anyway,
you.
we want to bring more of a name like a restaurant or business to the retail. And I have 27 acres on the third loop of Houston, and we try to find like big multicultural anchors, grocers. So if you have any referral or anything you want to work together with us, please let us know or let Keith know. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Josie. Um, think, I think we're okay. Everybody else right here. Any questions of any of the new faces? Anybody? Questions?
I think I saw Josie in Atlanta. Was she in Atlanta? I think I
Oh, yeah.
sat close to her. Yeah. She's got a great team and a heavy hitter.
Yep. And what she said, you may have missed it, was she has a major multi-use project she did a few years ago, and it's still growing. It's called Katy Asian Town. So it's in Katy, Texas. It's out on the third loop heading west on I-10, Katy Asian Town. It's great. I've been there 2-3 times, and we'd like to take that across the country, wouldn't we?
Yes.
Yep, that's what she wants to do. So
Oh, by the way, I'm looking for the independent living or senior housing, like a management team or expertise, because we are about to build the two multi-family complex in the circle of my KDH Town project. So we are looking for any kind of help which can help us to build this model. In the meantime, we can put that in our new development, what Keith and Rick is trying to work together with.
okay, sounds great.
Mhm.
All right. Okay. So look, I'm going to change subject totally. I don't care what anybody says, but I'm going to tell you how it is. This is how it is. Okay. And this is on the recording. I don't know what Apple has done to everybody, but when you do talk to text, you know how things change, right? It just does whatever it wants to do. But here's what it purposely does, even if you type, it does it all wrong when it comes to apostrophe S and plural. Now, here's how it goes. If you want to send me an email or a text, or if you want to make postings to the public for the rest of the world to see, and you put an apostrophe S next to a word or letters, thinking that's plural, you're wrong. Do not put an apostrophe, just put an S. And if you're going to make something possessive, which is what the apostrophe S means, then you put an apostrophe S, you don't just put an S. I have seen people do the opposite. You have seen it. You see posts all the time on Workplace. You get emails from each other. do not use apostrophe S when you mean more than one. Can you remember that? Am I right?
Absolutely.
Am I right? Apple
Yes.
has it wrong. I got excited on that one. I got loud.
That's
It
the
has,
problem,
it
Keith.
has broken my
An
back.
email.
Hey, Blair, your audio is still kind of goofy. What'd you say?
What do you do when it is plural?
You do, for instance, you do EXP advisors program. You could say EXP ADVISORS apostrophe program. That's what you do. If you mean more than one advisors program, right? If you see CMA, you don't put an apostrophe S next to it for plural. It is CMA little s. It is 1031 little s if you mean 1031s, right?
That's true.
Yep.
It's a fact. Quit being stupid. Quit looking stupid to the professional world that reads what you write. Okay? How's that sound? All right. Who's got
Keith,
a-
I think your English teacher would be so proud.
It's a fact. I promise you. Who's got something they want to bring up right now? I had to get that out. Paul.
I'll start typing that correctly if you'll tuck your shirt in when you come to the IRLs, please.
No, sir.
All right, I'm going back to my Catholic grade school. I have to learn that again.
You know, they sell shirts that aren't made to tuck in. You know that, right? Okay. And
The
that,
things
and you know
that do.
what? That starts to bug people too when you wear those shirts and you tuck them in, it just looks bad. Okay. All right.
Yeah. But how do you know if you're wearing an untucked shirt and it's tucked in? The logo's at the bottom of the shirt.
Oh, is that one way to know?
Yeah, that's one way.
Barry, love you. Now, see,
Yeah.
Barry's a world traveler. I was a world traveler. Eric is a major world traveler. There are people on this call that have been world travelers. They understand culture. They understand grammar. You understand couth, you know? So let's get it together. Hey, Tommy, I wanted to tell you real quick. You've got to sign up for the Dallas Regional Rally. You're going to be there on May 8th. Are you in town May 8th?
I'll check my calendar. I'm sure I can move something around
Okay,
if I
you've
need
got
to.
you've got to sign up for that and be there because I'll be there. You're going to be there. You're one of my business partners. You need to be there with me. We need to hammer it hard. All right. Be a whole lot of EXP people there. All right. Anybody? Hey, Nancy. Hi, Nancy. Anybody got anything you want to bring up real quick? Top of mind?
I have a question.
Nancy.
Hey, how do you search for food carts and mobile businesses?
I don't because I don't look for businesses. How do you do it, Paul?
Well, you can use a variety of things. Google's one. Bid, buy, sell. Are you looking for properties for sale or businesses for sale, or you want to sell them?
I want to sell them. Yeah, I realize that. Sorry, this is a commercial crowd, but I mean, it's commercial, not business. Apologize.
No, we have everybody here, Nancy. Everybody's here. Paul's in business brokerage. Who else is in business? Let me-
There's restaurant groups out there that you can Google, Nancy, and then the restaurant, not just groups within the XP, I'm talking about restaurant publications, authorities, and then they'll have subcategories like food carts and mobile restaurants. I don't have the one to give you right off the top of my head, but we can find it.
All right. Thanks. Maybe I'll reach out to you afterwards. Thank you.
All right. Well, that was good. All right. I'm gonna show you guys something that I pulled up or that we're working on right now. Let me find the right slide.
While you're pulling that up, does Eric Clark have a EXP Realty t-shirt on under that jacket?
I don't know. Do you?
Is that commercial or realty?
It's official.
Okay, commercial.
Paul, he doesn't wear realty stuff.
I didn't think so. I was gonna scold him, but
But the older the new logo, I can't see.
Hey,
yes.
All right, I'm gonna bring up something and we can start talking about all kinds of stuff on, I'm gonna share my screen. So hopefully it pops up. Here we go. Let me kill this over here. Let me find this here. Let me hit share. It'll stop sharing momentarily, or it'll start sharing. There you go. You guys see that?
Yes.
Okay, so in Canvas or Canva, sorry, Canva, you can create this is the latest creation of EXP commercial slide deck. And you can use this for when you're talking to people outside of our companies and they need to just know about EXP commercial at some point and you want them to know. This is one of the slides that's on it. For 200, well, for $500 a month, this is what you get. Any questions? Any thoughts?
Keith,
Yeah.
I got a text from Lindy McNeese last night. She asked me to send her my last commercial invoice. It was interesting. It broke it down, $250 for the tech stack, $250 for the membership. Just FYI.
Okay, well, you can look at it that way, but Eric,
It's the same thing, but
well,
just
actually, Eric,
technically,
you can't see this slide on your phone very well, can you? There's a
I can
bunch
see
on
it.
it. There's a bunch
Yeah.
on it, a lot more than just the tech. The tech is just one little sliver here. Everything else comes to us as well as being a part
Sure.
of EXP commercial. Everything. We can participate in all this. It's huge. You can click on these. I can click on this right now. And what do you want me to click on? Let me click on mentor program. And guess what? It actually shows the new mentor program.
Wow.
Yeah, it's up to date, guys.
Where do you find that at, Keith?
It came off of Canva.
Yeah. Okay, Keith, can you post that link on the comments?
Hi, Sean.
Everybody's Canva account has this, and we have a link we can send out to everybody. Everything is live all the time now. So when we change something, we change it on the back end and it's going to show up on your slides the second it gets changed. And as I'm looking at it, I'm like, I'd move some stuff around. I got to get with Bailey.
Hey, so I was just going to ask if anybody wanted to talk about anything you see on this slide. If not, we can go into other topics. And Sean has joined us. First of all, Sean, we have new faces here. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
My name's Sean Murphy. I work for Keith Andrews. I'm based in San Diego, California. I'm the senior vice president of commercial growth. There's no president, there's no CEO. So I run commercial growth. My one and only job is to help you and help you grow your business. If you have anybody that you're having troubles with, I just got a email from somebody that said, I have a new agent who doesn't want to come here because CoStar, because our tech fee is $500. I can tell you one thing. Since we upped it to $500, we've had positive growth in commercial every single month. Last month we had like our record profit, and none of it was eaten up by our tech stack. I had another guy go, do you get Moody's with CoStar? And I said, no. He goes, oh, well, I'm joining anyway. But so I'm here. I'm at growth@expcommercial.com. And if you have any questions yourself or any recruits, just go growth@expcommercial.com and say, my name's Blair and I've got a prospect and I want someone in growth to talk to them about what we can offer. And done. The world's changing faster than you can imagine. I just pulled a top team out of KW, and normally I wouldn't say KW, but these guys are killers. In Minnesota, we have another team that's joining from Florida. We have another team's joining in California, and it's all coming together. I see it all falling into place. you guys are going to be the place to come. Eric Clark's been just knocking him down like dominoes. And Keith's a great leader in this. This new slide deck is just the first. We're gonna have an all new website.
Hey, wait, Sean,
We're
before
gonna
you
have
say
some
something, wait,
stuff.
Sean, this is being recorded.
Yeah, we got it.
Yeah.
Our new website's coming out. It will have everything that you've seen and more. All CoStar, LoopNet, filled out. They're all switching. We're redoing everything right now, but it's all going to be live. So you will get it the second we get it.
Sean, I have a quick question.
Yep.
How you doing? Hey, is there any update on business brokerage? I know we got the new logo with commercial, et cetera. When do you anticipate anything coming out on that?
Business brokerage is tough because I ask all the business brokers, well, you being one of them, what they want. They all want something different. Everybody wants biz buy sell, but it operates like LoopNet, a very expensive LoopNet, a $350 LoopNet per listing.
Oh
Or
my God.
not per listing. For $350, they'll give you 10 listings. But and I said, but I have advisors that can go get that or just keep their legacy version. Biz buy sell isn't being really agreeable in negotiations with giving us a discount. I said, even if I had a lot of people, that the most I could get is 15%. And I went, Paul, you can get, that's a Bed Bath and Beyond discount. Anyone that asks for it's going to get that one. So they're not really, because they just sold to CoStar Group and they're not really integrated yet. So much so they didn't have a sales division. Any of you could have gone to Bob House at Biz Buy Sell and said, I can help you sell this, because he didn't have a sales division.
Wow.
They're getting into the groove. I talked to the head of CoStar and he said, they're getting there. They need an enterprise version, something that we can get a deal on that will actually save rather than us just being the collector of your Biz Buy Sell fees, we want it to actually be a deal. You know, CoStar was a huge deal. So, but we're working on it. You know, there's so many things that got thrown at us, from the CRMs to the data, you know, Data Axle, and I got another data feed, to Biz Buy Sell and Biz Now, and everybody seems to want something different. And I want to offer our business brokers something of real value. Most of them are using CoStar, by the way. We only have
What about the
four business
logo?
brokers who are legitimately not selling property.
What about the logo, Sean? Did we just put business brokerage under the new logo?
No, we do have contact Bailey for the qualified business brokers. We do have a business broker division. We haven't announced it yet because I'm talking to a couple of franchises for a couple of people out there that I don't want to put a target on our
Right.
back.
Okay.
Yep.
Hey, Barbara's had her hand up for a little while.
Yes, I just want to follow up real quick with regards to Canva and our new logo.
Mhm.
Outside of Canva, is there going to be a way just to get the logo to put it on things outside of Canva? Because there used to be different versions, and then one was in white, one was in black, one had like the clear background. Is that available yet, or just?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Absolutely. And it should be in that's where I got that.
You could
That's where I
download
got
it off of Canva. If you go into Canva and you click the download button in the top, you could save it to your documents or your pictures or whatever.
your desktop. It has a white version, a black version, and the one with the transparent background, so you can put it right over my face.
That's
But
what I'm looking for, the transparent ones, but that
yeah,
isn't.
it is.
Okay, thank you.
I've already dropped it on a bunch of stuff. And
Okay.
look at Rich Enderlin's got one with a hand.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. He created that himself. Got that yellow hand.
I don't even know where that one is.
Go ahead, Rich.
Hey, I just wanted to just let everybody know, with CoStar and Sean, hats off to you. CoStar 3 years ago changed their entire pricing structure. They used to have regionals and whatnot. And the national license that we all have used to be $1,300 a month. The last 3 years, I've always had CoStar, even before EXP offered. And I have been paying $500 a month for CoStar, just CoStar. So now I'm paying $500 a month for CoStar and everything else you saw on that list. So it's all gravy. So if you want to leave EXP, it's still going to cost you $500 a month to get CoStar. So Sean, it's a really great thing. It really legitimatizes EXP commercial. Super glad that we have it, and hats off to you guys, and bring us more. Bring us more stuff. Your discounts are awesome. And by the way, are we still getting all the other discounts like on Prospect Now and all that?
Yeah, we negotiated. I mean, I love negotiating discounts on stuff that people don't normally get. Like if Keith just wanted Placer AI, I'd go talk to Placer AI and see if I could work out a discount. We
Yeah,
still
that's
get a
'cause I
discount
wanted
on we still get a discount on Crexy. We still get, you can still go get a discount on Moody's, or just be an SOIR or CCIM and get it for free. Or there's 70 other associations that'll give it to you. So I want to provide true value. I got something coming that's so stupid cool that I had to get CoStar, Rich. I have 3 teams that are joining us this month that could not join until we had it.
Yeah.
That are like, where do I move my listings over? Okay, I go, that's going to be as simple as calling up CoStar and just adding you to our account, and everything will transfer over. The only thing they'll change is your login.
Sean, I got a question for you. Speaking of teams, I'm talking to 2 different brokers right now. They both have about 40 to 45 agents. They're in commercial. I wish there was a type script that could show me all the different ways that you all can create ways for them to bring their teams over. Is the best thing to do still is just to get them on the phone with you?
That's my job. I mean, I used to sell multifamily and warehouse and an occasional home, and now I just help people all day long. So yeah, we have a lot going on and a lot that's going to be announced for you guys in Canada. The co-sponsorship thing is going to be announced in Canada. It will launch on May 1st. That allows some of these high-powered influencers that would normally never recruit a commercial advisor because they didn't know how to support them. But what if I could say, I pretend I'm in residential. I would love for you to join EXP commercial. You can name me sponsor, and I'm going to hook you up with a co-sponsor named Rich Enderlin, who's going to help you be successful in commercial. So now Rich is going to be financially incentivized to help these people. Likewise, you guys can now attract to residential and just get those residential teams that you're friends with, like Tom Truong, and Mitch Ryback, and say, you're going to name me sponsor, and I'm going to get one of these high-powered mega teams to be your sponsor, your co-sponsor. So we're both going to support you. So that's going to be a boon. Glenn actually said when we developed co-sponsorship, this should be the biggest asset to commercial. Commercial advisors tend to not be these 20,000 person downlines. But now they can partner with you, and you can be part of their 20,000 person downline. I could put somebody under Paul Zorich as a business broker. He knows tons more about business brokering than me. You can, as long as they're not in your downline, you can co-sponsor with them.
Yep.
So
right.
These guys are almost all in one.
Yeah.
Sean, do you have somewhere on YouTube or something that goes into a deep dive on the co-sponsorship?
I'm going to do the deepest dive you've ever had, and I'll even do it just for this group, with some graphics. We've basically outlined, if you have a team right now or a brokerage that would benefit, then trust me, co-sponsorship means the most to larger organizations that want the support in their specific. If Keith's bringing on a mega team in residential real estate, first thing that mega team leader says, how's Keith Andrews going to support me in residential real estate, especially if I want to know everything there is to know about Zillow Flex and running a big residential team. Now Keith can go to one of these big residential teams, the biggest. He can go to the Parker Pembertons and what is it, Kenny Fast or Kenny Truong or Dan Beer, and say, Dan, I got a big team that needs the support of another big team like yourself. Can you co-sponsor this person with me? I don't have all the answers, but there are people out there that do. And when he says yes, some of these teams, man, they become family. There's a movement out there called the Fast Forward movement. It's just one rev share organization that last year closed 119,000 transactions. 6 of the top 10 teams in this company are in that one rev share line. And when you get adopted into that, you get a mastermind that is matched by no other real estate organization. So those guys are going to clean up. So it's going to be way cool.
One other question, Sean. This came in on our TN meeting a little while ago with Dana Bergerman. Somebody was asking, if I want to find out a guy in commercial who specializes in medical buildings, how do I find that person under that topic? Or vice versa, like what you were talking about, residential. How do I find a top residential guy in Tennessee?
Well, you can go to the EXP experts. You can just type in EXP experts into Google search, and it'll take you to the EXP search for commercial advisors. You could probably, at this point in our scale, you could probably just run Tennessee and you'll see the 18 people that are there, and they have their product specialties. We're going to, coming at the start of the month, we got a couple of new things coming out. One will be a better tracking of your production and your attraction. The other one is there's the next stage modification to our search, our expert search. We'll be able to search by an entire state. I don't have to punch in Nashville and only get Nashville. I'll search for a whole state. The next iteration, because they have to do these in technology sprints, the next iteration will search by product category. So when you put in business brokers, Tennessee, it's only going to bring up business brokers in Tennessee. In reality, you could be a business broker anywhere. So I suggest put yourself in every state. Yeah. But we're narrowing it down. It's the difference in normally we just take the code from residential and put it on commercial. But when it comes to product categories and experience, it's also going to be separated by new and crusty old Keith. It'll tell you how long you've been in the biz. So we're getting better. It's narrowing it down. I'm teaching our IT team commercial real estate. So
yeah, this morning I tried to find a luxury agent in Naples, Florida, in the most prestigious area called Port Royal. Finally, I reached out to Pete Middleton, and he gave me the lady Jana down there.
Jana Caudill.
Yep, but it took me an hour to look around online. But
she used to be the head of Compass Luxury. That was a good choice.
Yeah, so her and I are talking. We might get a $5 to $6 million deal down there.
Yeah, that's how it works. You guys are just connectors.
Yep. Yeah, that's all we got to do. All right,
hey Sean.
Go ahead,
Thrive's going to be Thrive's going to be signing up on Monday, and underneath them, and there's 6 states. They've got a lot of brokers who are using their facilities, so that's part of our strategy is to go after them. I've got a couple texts into you about that on a follow-up conversation that we had. If you can assist me, it'd be greatly appreciated.
Perfect. So Eric's bringing on one of the top 5 co-work spaces in the US. So he's going to be busy. So if you've ever seen a Thrive co-work space, you want to hold your event there. It looks like the entrance to the Waldorf Astoria. It's awesome.
We're going to have our next lunch and pitch in Atlanta next week at their new Duluth location. It's fabulous.
Yeah.
Excellent. So all those who don't have anything to do next Thursday, show up in Atlanta and hang out with us. Nancy's got her hand up.
Yes, I have a question. Oh God, oh yes, we are holding a regional rally in Oregon, April 24th, and there's like 3 commercial brokers in Oregon. And so I was
Advisors.
advisors. And I was wondering, is there any way you can send like reinforcement, someone who can come and like I'm gonna man a table and I will have banners and things, but like what can you offer in terms of support so that we can
Well, so
rally more
I
people?
had it because there's only a couple of us that travel around in growth. So Nancy called us up and said, I want some marketing materials. So Nancy's going to have an entire convention kit sent to her. So
Oh,
she's going to
goodness.
have the QR codes and all the value propositions and that kind of stuff. But we have 4 commercial focused regional rallies. And Las Vegas, Houston, Dallas. And we only did Houston, Dallas because Daniel Lang's in Dallas and Kunal Seth is in Houston. And one was going to have Glenn and one was going to have Leo, and they're adjoining. So I just go from one to the other. And then Virginia, Delaware, Maryland area. Those will have a commercial focus. All of the regional rallies will have commercial slides presented by an executive. And the commercial is one of our big opportunities. Like I said, there's something coming, and I hope I get to debut it before the regional rallies. I hope they don't make me wait until the regional rallies. I talked to somebody today from one of the big houses and told him this, and he goes, "That's a game changer." So
Amen.
the game changers we have with co-sponsorship, with you guys being able to be sponsored with these big attraction powerhouses, the game changers we have with our license portability, we're down to 11 states now that are turf states. As we get the decoupling of the MLSs from NAR, things are going to get a lot easier for us. We're going to have to, as a group, we're going to have to make a decision. Do we ever want to sell a house in EXP commercial? Because as they fall away from NAR, there's nothing that holds them back from doing that. So yeah, we got a lot of cool stuff coming on. Keller Williams sold to CoreLogic, which is an equity company. So they buy private companies, they slice their expenses, and then they resell them, usually within about 36 months. So we'll see what happens to KW. If you have any KW commercial buddies, give them a call right now. Berkshire Hathaway is looking to be acquired. Almost got acquired by Compass. So if you have any Berkshire Hathaway commercial, be sure to get in touch with them. And Redfin sold to a mortgage company. So yeah, the whole world in real estate's changing. And that was in a week, everybody. That was the news of a week. So it's really getting spicy out there. Brick and mortar companies, our nearest brick and mortar competitor is 19 times less profitable than we are.
Wow.
And we have 3 times the cash flow. So they can see, even though they have bigger scale, they can see on a percentage basis that they're in a bad model. I'm not talking about CBRE or JLL because they do everything from surveying to research to radon detection. I mean, those guys, they do everything. They have tons of different services, but as a real estate brokerage, you're in the right place at the right time.
Sean, you
Listen,
mentioned Maryland, DC, Virginia. Is that a residential regional rally?
It's a regional rally that will have a commercial focus. The whole commercial team will be there. So if you have any prospects, bring them there. It's at Tyson's Corner. It's at the Hyatt at Tyson's Corner. Nice place, right next to Eddie V's Steakhouse. So make sure if you have prospects, team leaders, bring them to regional rallies. Team leaders and brokerage owners understand the economics of the business. Bringing a brand new agent to something like this, yeah, they'll get a lot of rah-rah, but they really don't even know what they're cheering for yet.
Well, that's good to know, because when I went there last year, and even for us to put a commercial table up, they wanted us to pay $500. at the
Yeah,
regional
that's-
rally last year. So that's new news to me, but good to hear.
Every commercial focused event will have commercial banners and step and repeats. Some of them, what we'll do is I'm gonna keep a few and send them to you guys who are doing, to a Blair or a Paul who are doing commercial events. But we got to start building up our new logo worth of all our swag. So I'm ordering a bunch of stuff. I'm ordering 5 with Nancy Dong. I have to order 5 sets of regional rally booths. So,
Wow,
yep.
you're special, Nancy. Listen, we got 1 minute left on the recording. Does anybody have anything they want the world to know about? And say it on the recording now. Any announcements? Blair is May 1st up north there in Pennsylvania. It's an IRL. Paul is September 19th in Nashville. September 19th, regional rallies, go to exptoolkit.com/US regional rallies and pick a city. Tommy's going to be joining us in Dallas, Sean. He lives there, so we'll
On
make
May
sure he's
8th.
at that regional rally. What?
On
May
May
8th.
8th.
Yeah, May 8th. Anybody got
be
anything
there.
else? Go ahead, Trip. What?
I'll be in that regional rally.
All right, Trip, good
You
deal.
going to Vegas?
No, but I can make it down to Dallas.
Dallas, Houston. Yeah, Dallas is a little bit of a drive. Houston's a long drive.
Yeah. So ICSC is in Bay. It's not the same time as regional rallies, and I believe we're having a big event at ICSC. That's those of us.
We have a get together at the Fontainebleau. I'm waiting to see. This is how expensive ICSC is. If you want to
Yes,
get
it
into
is.
if you want to get into the win, it's $3,000 for a room per
Yeah.
night.
Yeah.
If you want to lock down a bar restaurant like me, I said, yeah, I just want the lobby bar restaurant and the Fontainebleau. And she goes, great, $65,000. And I went, okay. Is that locked in? She goes, no, can't lock it in until 1 month before, because we want to see if somebody will outbid you.
Yeah.
And I was like, are you kidding? Are you
I
kidding?
heard I was at
But
ICSC in Vegas last year, and I heard some people paying over $100,000 to lock down a lobby bar.
absolutely. Well,
was an
we're trying to
encore.
lock down the lobby bar at Fontainebleau, and we'll have the CEO and the COO of CoStar there. So
Amen.
yeah, if you want your picture with Mark Schwartz or Drew Davidson or maybe Andy Florence,
No.
there's your time. You can say, look,
they can have-
love to
yeah.
hate him.
They can have a picture with me.
Hey,
Yeah.
hey, Sean, April 17th, I believe it is, New York City event, opportunity to be in Bob Knuckles' new building. And I've got something that we're presenting to him with Chris Mayer. I want to follow up with you on that and see if maybe you could join us.
April 17th.
Yes.
There's a possibility for that. We'd have to see what his real interest level was. Tom Truong's got another person in New York I want you to go after. Help Tommy go after.
He's bringing that person to this event.
One of the top leasing agents in the city. I would love to have him in our group. So
I follow his
Yeah.
content a
Well,
lot. Very strong.
We're going to do a special tour of his new map room, and I'm putting together a pitch for him on baseball cards. I'll let you preview it before we send it to him. It's going to be an all-star team of Hong, Truong, Mayer, and Clark with Knuckle on the pitching mound.
wow. Well, you guys go to it. It's gonna get crazy. Rich, I love your background. So
Oh,
sorry I dropped in and ruined your meeting, Keith. You're probably gonna cover some important stuff.
Hey,
No, no,
Sean,
no.
just so everybody knows, I did download this off of Canva. That's how I got this background.
Yep.
So
I'm gonna have her do virtual offices too, so that you can have an office background with the EXP commercial. Looks like it's a sign on the wall. Looks like
good.
Matt looks like J Max's painting there with the sloops. But I'll ever do some offices as well. And yeah, I just ordered my first shirts and my business cards.
Mine are on the way.
Yep.
Yep.
I want them you're bringing them to Montreal, right?
I'm not coming to Montreal.
Oh God. Remember, co-sponsoring works in Canada too.
I know.
You can be their sponsor in the US and hook them up with a Canadian team or a Canadian influencer.
I know that.
So
I had to change my plans.
uh
Maria Engel, she has my registration now.
Maria's going to Montreal.
Yeah,
Yep.
I'll be there. So
There you
excited.
go. I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you for having me.
Thanks, Sean.
John.
Anybody else got anything for recording? Nope. I'm gonna turn it off.